Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. This is Amy from With Love by Amy, and today we are going to make this fun, punny sushi card. I love a good pun. The stamp sets that we are going to use are from Gina K Designs, and I'm going to use I Like the Way You Roll with the stamps and the dies, and also I'm going to use the Small Wishes set to complete the greeting on the front, or the sentiment. So, first things first, we are going to make the little sushi mat thing that you see there. And this card was inspired by a card that I saw on Pinterest from a long time ago from Amy Gray. And she doesn't have YouTube, but I will tag her Instagram page when I post this on Instagram. And I'll leave her Instagram link down below as well. So she had made what appeared to be similar to this, and with the toothpicks for the mat for the sushi. And so what I decided to do was I decided to cut a piece of paper, cardstock, that was a little bit smaller than the widest part of the toothpicks. And you see that long strip of paper I have there on the corner of the MISTI? That was so that the toothpicks could hang over the side of the section of paper that I needed them to be glued to, and they would all line up properly so they'd be even. I thought it was a pretty ingenious idea to do that. But yeah, so I'm just quickly gluing all of the toothpicks in place to make my sushi mat. They're not getting glued to that long strip of paper. That's just how I'm keeping the piece of paper that I am gluing them to in place. And it's working out quite well. It took me way longer than I thought it would to glue all these. I don't know, what is there, 13 or 14 toothpicks maybe? It took me way longer than I thought to glue all these toothpicks down, but in the long run, I think it turned out pretty cool. I'm a fan. Ta-da, look at that. And I'm just going to stick the MISTI magnet to it so it can dry for a little bit. And then I am going to stamp out with some Gina K Jet Black Amalgam ink. I'm going to stamp out some of these sushi pieces and the dumplings and stuff like that. I will say, I absolutely love puns. I know I said that before, but I absolutely love puns, and I don't use this set enough, like seriously. But I also love about this set is the eyes. Like you can put a face on all these pieces of sushi. It's so cool. And that is one of my favorite things about it, because that's pretty awesome to be able to put it. And I have used these little faces for other things, like if I freehand draw a donut or something and I want to put a face on it, I definitely use those little faces. But here we are. I had to condition some of those stamps because I had not used them before. I just used my awesome eraser that you saw there in the corner. And now they're all stamped out. So I'm going to color them mostly with Olo markers. I definitely need to get some more colors of Olo markers, because every time I color, I realize that I don't have enough markers. Like, this is seriously a problem. I need some more markers. They're definitely going on my wish list. So there's that. But I'm going to quickly try to color these. I am not very good at coloring, so I definitely sped up the coloring situation a lot, because even though I don't do much shading or anything like that, it was still like 15 minutes of footage for me to color these. So this is very much sped up coloring. I will try to list the colors that I use down below, but I mean, honestly, it's sushi. You can use whatever colors you want. I didn't have like a white for the rice, so I used a very pale tannish grayish one. I don't know which number it was because I can't remember. But yeah, for the rice bowl, which honestly, in the end, I don't even use the rice bowl thing in the card. But yeah, I definitely need a wider range of colors. Like I say that every time I color something. I only bought a few Olo markers when I ordered them because I wasn't sure if I would like coloring that much with markers. And turns out I do enjoy it. I just need to get better at it. So maybe I need to take a class on coloring and shading and stuff, because I am not very good at it. So if anybody has any suggestions on videos to watch, or something that's like very instructional based coloring for, I don't know, mostly probably critters and maybe scenery. Those are probably the things I would do the most, is scenery and critters. So if you have any suggestions, drop them in the link below. So this is a tip that I recently learned too, though, is when you are done coloring, go ahead and re-stamp them. And so I'm going to re-stamp them with the VersaFine Onyx Black ink, because I feel like it's a more, I don't know, stark black maybe. So after I got done doing all the stamping or the coloring, I'm going to re-stamp them. I left all the stamps in the same spot. I'm putting the paper back in the cardstock back in the same spot, and I'm going to re-stamp them. And I think they turn out looking freaking magnificent. Ta-da! Look how beautiful they look. And it helps with, like, if you go over the lines, or maybe your lines kind of disappear depending on what color you use for the first layer. And now I'm going to tape all the dies down and die cut all of them. I did make sure that when I stamped them, I left enough space so you could die cut them all at once. And there's the beauties all finished up. And I think they look super cute. All right, so here's the sentiment that we're going to use from the Wishes set. And we're also going to do a little stamp surgery on that. It says have a rice day, but I wanted it to say have a rice birthday. So I just cut the day off of the have a rice day stamp. So we did some stamp surgery. We're cutting out our greeting, and I'm using that punch, that banner punch, to make the sentiment banner ended. And I'm going to use this Wonton in a Million washi tape on the front, the top, and the bottom of my card panel. And I think this washi tape is freaking adorable. One thing I have learned is if you really want your washi tape to stick really good, number 2, it works better if it goes around the back of your panel. And number 2, it also is awesome if you like burnish it down with a bone folder or something like that. It seems to stick way better. And I guess some people, I haven't tried it, but some people actually will put glue underneath of their washi tape. I did not do that. And then here's my boo-boo mistake. You just saw me pulling that up after I had glued it down, the sushi mat. Yeah, I forgot that I wanted to put little strings there at the end so it looked more realistic. So as soon as I glued it down, I was like, ooh, that's missing something. So I had to pull it back up and put the string around the ends so it would look more realistic. And then I'm going to glue it back down, which fortunately didn't rip my card base too bad. And I could just glue it right back in the same exact spot. And now I am going to glue on my chosen pieces of sushi. And I decided to like not overcrowd the card, and I just put on those 2 pieces of sushi. And then I am going to get some foam squares and pop up my sentiment and adhere that. And I'm putting the card base, which is that black cardstock you see there, in the corner of the Misty. And that's how I'm making sure that I'm lining up the card panel on the card base so it fits properly. And here is the finished product. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of it. All right, here's some other videos that you may enjoy. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps my channel out. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day. See you soon.